You know, sometimes I wish I could go back to the times I was that woman that let every curveball hit. I wish I could go back to that woman that forgot to miss, who forgot to duck all the stuff that came through life and just let it be tough. Like she wasn't enough. She let herself be small. I wish I could go back to that woman and say, stand tall. I wish I could go back to that woman and say, nah, you ain't finna be a victim. I wish I could say, you're not gonna be a statistic of the system. I wish I could say, girl, you better look at yourself in the mirror and see your beauty. Don't let nobody take that from you. It's your duty to stand tall. It's your duty to feel like you got it all. It's your duty to stand in your power. I wish I could go back and just overpower those feelings of hopefulness, hopelessness, not hopefulness, because for her, that didn't exist. She just existed in her sorrow. She only saw what was happening to her in the moment, not the steps that she was going to take tomorrow. She let herself be taken out of her element. See, she used to see rainbows and sunshine. She used to have on rose-colored glasses and a peaceful mind. But she let the heaviness of this world make her fall behind in who she was supposed to be, this being sublime. She had so many things she wanted to be. So many avenues she was supposed to be treading upon. But instead she was tread upon. But who told her to lay down and be walked all over? Who told her to fall over and not get up and dust herself off and pop her collars and shrug her shoulders? Who told her not to stand as a soldier? She did. Everything that she could have been, she let descend into nothing. Instead, she descended with it. Until she got rescued, God came into the underworld and took her up, and her head was screwed the right way around. God said, you've been looking down too much, now it's time to look up. It's time to look up, and to stop, and I need you to give up this pity party, because I ain't make you for that. You was a soldier when you stepped up out of heaven, to be exact, and you forgot. You let this world play you. You let this world hurt you. You forgot everything you knew. But let me tell you, I'll help you begin anew. When you're ready, I'll be here. So, she took a little while to smile. She took a little while to laugh. She took a little while to feel that itch from her soul because she was broken in half. She can't sit here and blame others for that because they're human just like her. And maybe it was some sort of karmic lesson that needed to occur. So there it was, she, herself, and her. And what was the glory? Her glory was her story. She changed the meaning. Her life became a thesis when it was ripped into pieces. She became someone that she could honor. She came to a conclusion that she would not be cornered. She came with the steps of power. She became her own tower, but not one that would topple. Nah, sis stood strong. Sis finally found out where she belonged. And she came through 40 strong. God knew it wouldn't be long before she remembered. And she started to dismember everything that happened in her life that brought her pain. And then she became hip to the game. She resorted her membrane, did away with the pain by walking through it. And she said to herself, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, that she could walk through that pain so exact, so in fact, she got through that, and she became a star. God gave her the world because she was his angelic girl. She just needed to see her own pearls that had been thrown before swines, causing her to whine, causing her to fall behind, when all she had to do was stay of that stable mind. But how could she do it when throughout life she was made blind to her own power? So she went in her cave and she gave herself a shower of thought, of wisdom, and this peace brought her to this prison of knowledge. She became the queen she was meant to be. She became the queen, and she stood in her destiny. She received the gifts that God gave. She took them and she uplifted them in that cave. She became who she was meant to be. A queen in sobriety of life, what its true meaning is. She stood in her power, and she is a queen, a high priestess, and she lives